known for her Moonstone. This is a Moonstone knuckle ring. It was appraised at $507. We're supposed to do it at $199, but instead, Carol, it's $179. And you were saying, it's funny, Carol goes, have you seen this in person? She was like, Connie, you will flip. Now we have the matching earring available for you too, which is actually druzy. And we'll show you with the matching earring. But first off, before I put it on, look at the size of that Moonstone. Look at the cut of that Moonstone. And then all the black spinel on the side.
Wait, hello, don't move. Oh my gosh, you have got, Connie. Girls, I want you to see what's going on in that rainbow Moonstone. I want, please just look at Connie's hand, because that is the largest rainbow Moonstone I have ever personally seen or sold. It's 25 by 12 millimeters. Check out the blues and purples and flame coming out of this. When you think to yourself, this is the kind of ring that I want to own, but it's gonna be, I don't know, $5,000. Guess what? No other, I'm gonna tell you something. There is no other jewelry designer in the world, no other network, no other store that is going to take an enormous piece of AAA quality rainbow Moonstone and create a ring for you like this that has all of that amazing blues and purples, the agilurescence that is coming from this rainbow Moonstone. So while we look at it on Kate's hand, I'm gonna tell you, this ring is called the Dream Ring. And I want you to know what inspired it. Well, one, I got this opportunity to purchase these amazing, amazing Moonstones. But two, there's a saying, and I lived through this saying myself, so I can tell you this with all authenticity and integrity. Behind every dark cloud is a rainbow. And that's when I found this magnificent rainbow Moonstone. I created it in almost a bridge-like design. Look at all of that black spinel. There is so much workmanship here. This is such a large ring. The colors that are coming from that Moonstone are so incredible. The Moonstone is the Dreamstone. And of course, this is a rainbow. And when we say behind every dark cloud there is a rainbow, I hope that anybody who's gone through anything in their life, and I don't wish anything bad on anybody, but how many times has someone said to you, don't worry, behind every dark cloud is a rainbow. Basically what that means is if you're going through something that you think is so difficult and you don't know how you're gonna get to the other side, there's always a rainbow at the other side. And that's what this ring is about. So you're getting this, I mean, look at it on Connie's hand, you're getting that gorgeous Moonstone, all of that amazing black spinel. This ring is exactly 1 inch long. It is a knuckle ring. I call the actual ring itself a bridge design. It is very Art Deco, very architectural looking. You know, during the Art Deco period, one of the big reasons for Art Deco was that it was the 1920s, like 1925,
yes,
and the whole world was going through the Industrial Revolution. In Paris, it came out through their arts and crafts and jewelry. In America, it came out through everything we did. The whole decorative period of Art Deco was inspired by the Industrial Revolution. So actually, I'm gonna ask Connie to take the ring off just so she can show you how this ring is created. It looks like a bridge, which I love. There we go, take a look at that. So this ring stays stabilized on your finger because of that gallery, because of that shank. And all you see is black, sparkling, fiery, brilliant spinel with the largest rainbow Moonstone I've ever seen or sold in my career.
Okay, just so you know, we have 200 left, but that doesn't even include everybody that's on board, whether shopping on hsn.com or shopping right now with us live. And I know we're really, really busy. This is something unlike any other ring that you've seen. And Carol's known for her Moonstone, but the largest Moonstone that we have ever offered for you. So we're gonna wrap this one up. We'll continue to remind you about this throughout the entire show, but we're gonna move to